Hello and welcome to the Geek Den for issue 22 of the Back to the Future DeLorean build. A lot of parts, a lot of fiddly parts in this issue, as you can see here. Some pipes, some other fiddly bits there, exhaust exchange and everything else. Let's run through the book a little bit. Here we go. So here we have the list of the parts. There is quite a lot of parts here to go through, so it should keep you busy. This is the instructions for the build, as we can see here. There we go. Some bits for the wire in there. We have the production diary again, and Christopher Lloyd here, sort of interview style, and then we've got issue 23, which we'll also be bringing you, so make sure you click to subscribe to keep up to date with all our videos that we do. But this is issue 23, not as many parts as this issue, we've noticed. Also as well, once again, they've cutting down on the pages. It's a lot thinner than before. I said this in previous videos, that they're struggling to fill the magazine like I said they would. There's 130 of these to come still. There's more than 100 still to come, and they're already struggling to fill the magazine. Also as well, something I found a bit weird. Now down the bottom here you normally get a little bit of photos of the model. Here is the engine that we're building, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually pixelated. It's very weird that they've pixelated it for some reason. All the other photos are fine, but the engine compartment here is pixelated. It's just a bit weird. Okay, for this week you will need, for this build, the parts obviously, the 2 screwdrivers supplied, and some glue. I recommend this sort of glue. This is a glue pen. It comes a bit out like gel. I find it a little bit easier to apply than super glue, than the liquid stuff, but you may or may not need this depending on how you want stuff stuck down. But that's it, so let's get it open and get building. There we have it. As you can see, now there's a few issues I'm just going to point out here from doing it. Now the little screw that we got, let me just get in here a minute, sorry. The little screw that we got, mine snapped and the other one snapped as well. One snapped before I even screwed it in. But let me just focus on that now. If you can see here, let's see if I can zoom up a little bit more. It's completely snapped and it's half screwed in. I've had to glue this little section here, this plastic section I've glued on. As you can see, it's not coming out. I would advise not to use the screws. They are piss poor in my case. Really shoddy from Eagle Moss as well to supply something like that. This is the front section that we've just done. All went together really well. But, I've noticed there's a weak tension spot on here. If you see, it goes up and down here because underneath there's no support. There is no support here, so this bit is a bit flimsy. Hopefully there's not too much pressure on there, otherwise it could snap here. Also as well, I haven't glued these in, but that's up to you if you wanted to. Remember the tweezers that we got from one of the issues? They work really well, especially with getting the wires into the spark plug section here, because this is the distributor, and I do believe these are the spark plugs down here. But getting them on here is easier with this, so that come in quite handy. Yep. So you can glue these. You can also glue in. I haven't. They push in really well. The wires push in to these bits quite well, and they're quite stable. But into here, they're not. They're not. So as you can see, they come out really easily. I don't know how many people are going to be sort of fiddling about with this section. I won't be, so it's fine. I don't think the wires will spring out, but you might want to glue them in. That's up to you. I won't be. And that's it really for this week. As you can see, it's the engine's coming along really nicely. Once again, these parts were the parts we put on. Very easy to put on, but just be warned about the this screw here. As you can see, mine snapped half in. One of them already snapped before I put it in there. It's really shoddy in my book. But I would advise not to do this, not to even screw the screws in, and just glue this section on. It's got a guide pin here. Glue the guide pin and just leave it like that, like I have here. But that is it for this week. We hope it was informative this week, a little bit more than previous weeks as well, and just hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you at the next video.